Come on, then. What are you doing? Just go. Good grief. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking out the DTTZH A12, and we're going to go on a little bit of a tour of Washington, D.C., at least the National Mall. And I'd like to take you guys along with me. Let's do it. So what we're going to do on this ride is ride here from the park. This is where it all started for me with this bike. We're going to ride from the park here up to the metro station and then take the train into DC. You'll get to see National Guard people down there, troops down there, standing around. And then from there, we got a pedal. We're gonna get off, I think, at the Smithsonian station. Hello. And then from there, we're just gonna do a loop around the National Mall and check out some of the sights along the way. I did see on the news, unfortunately, a lady who, I don't know, maybe mentally challenged, defaced the World War II memorial, which I think is a horrible thing to do. And she's talking about, I can't remember exactly what she was talking about, but her actions defied her words. So I'm sure we're not going to be able to get close to it, but I at least want to see what's going on there. I also want to see how close we can get to the reflecting pool at the Lincoln Memorial. Definitely not trying to get arrested. I have nothing illegal on me. You can't even bring a knife into DC. Well, more than 3 inches. But you can't even have an air gun in DC that I'm aware of. So no contraband of any kind. Just going on record. So I think I need to recharge my indicators because I'm not hearing anything. I do have a battery and a charging cable, so I guess I can do that while I'm on the train. This bike gets around so effortlessly, even for a bigger guy like me. That walk was more tiring than anything else. All right, let's do this. I'm pretty sure I can get my K6 Pro through there.
The next stop is Weird Doors Open. Opening on the left.
All right, folks, here we are. Did not have to transfer anywhere, thankfully. Not seeing any bikes on the mall itself. Hopefully there's no issue. What's up? What's going on? How you doing, man?
You know where you going?
I want to make sure, yeah, I'm good. I just want to make sure, can I ride on there?
Ride that thing.
Huh?
Not really. But yeah, that's a little, yeah, you can ride that on here. That's not like a motorcycle.
Nah. Okay, I see some folks now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just ain't seen nobody at first. I ain't want to be the one on the news.
Where you from, man? You go down to the memorials, you know, you don't touch nothing down there.
Oh yeah.
Touch nothing.
So how much you selling them hats for? What's the locals price? So I go ahead and help you out.
Look out for local people, man.
That's what I'm trying to do right now. Yeah, appreciate you, Ken. I'll take the black. Yeah, I wear more black.
There's 10 buildings out here, man. Hey, mom, trying to rent one of them joints out? Taking a whole.
All right, fellas, be easy. All right, so I'm not used to coming out here as a tourist. We're on the south side of the mall. I think what we'll do is going to ride down, do a counterclockwise loop, and go down here to the Capitol building, where you could normally walk across the grass. It's all fenced off, and I suppose this is all the remnants of the National Fair or whatever it was, the State Fair. Can I get in here? All right, so I don't see anyone else on a bike inside here. I see people up on the street. I don't see any signs, but I don't want to be the only one. One of the few times I'll follow the crowd. This seems more reasonable for bikes anyway. I didn't come down for the fair. For one, it was 1,000 degrees that weekend, and just not interested in being around that many people. Go ahead. I'm not very big on crowds, and then you get crowds and loud noises and pops and bangs. Thought about coming down on a weekday, but I didn't want to get stuck in rush hour traffic on the way back. This is a Saturday, is it still morning? Just afternoon. There's a, what is that, one of those Eohora bikes? Delivery bikes? Something like that, one of those type of bikes. All right, so I'm completely confused on how to get around here, because I'm just used to being able to do a loop around the mall itself. But everything's all fenced off, and it'd be kind of rough to be a delivery person around here. And Yoki. All right, so I think I want to go down here. Bless you. So this is the National Air and Space Museum. This is where I used to love to come as a kid. This was always my favorite one. This is it, right? Why does everything look so different? Oh, no wonder. This is the Indy race car setup. Yeah, that's right. That's the other thing I did want to see, was how the streets were setting up for that. So yeah, this is where the IndyCar races are going to be. So this is cool. Cool to be able to see. I wonder if I can ride down there. Again, I ain't trying to get in trouble. There's a person walking, so why not, right? Got green lights. Gotcha.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, well, I hadn't planned on being on the Indy track, but here we are. So now we're going up Independence. This is towards the Capitol. Oh, up that hill is the Capitol building. On my left is the Botanical Gardens. Another place I've never been. And a lot of this, guys, is just off of memory from years ago. Like years and years ago. Come on, man, come on. I'm making a video. But yeah, you know, used to come down here as a child, not as a child, but like late teenage years, mid to late 80s. Looked a lot different back then. And then in the early 2000s, I was working with this guy who was he had this company called Girls Night Out, and then I would drive for him, and what we would do is we had like bachelorette parties, birthday parties, groups of girls, women from like 8 to 12 women, and then ride them around the city to different clubs, usually on Saturday nights. Would start out at dinner or something out in Northern Virginia, more than likely. And then we head into the city and go to different clubs. So I taught myself the street patterns. the numbering patterns and naming patterns with the letters and numbers. So like you're down by the Capitol building, and they extend westward and eastward, northward and southward from the Capitol. And that's where you get your 4 quadrants. There's the Capitol over here to my left. We're right up the hill. But yeah, to the west side of the Capitol, you have northwest, southwest. And on the east side of the Capitol, you have northeast and southeast. And then as you extend from the Capitol, the numbers go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, east and west, and then A, B, C, D, E, F, G, north and south. And then once you extend into northwest, you go beyond the letters, the words are in syllables. They increase by syllables. So the words are either, initially they're 2-syllable words, and then they go to 3-syllable words. And by the time you get to 4-syllable words, you're pretty much into Montgomery County, Maryland, Silver Spring, Maryland. That's where the border is on the northwest side. So just a little bit on the naming and numbering schemes as I remember them. Hopefully I didn't butcher all that. If I do, I'll have to edit it. So yeah, let's go head up this hill. Check out the Capitol. I'm gonna use PAS3 to get up Capitol Hill. It says police line, do not cross, but then you can get in there. So, I don't know. I guess they just don't want you to cross certain grassy areas. I'm gonna pedal a little bit. So anyway, that's the Capitol building. We'll go up and around here. There's a visitor center, but I don't think we'll be going inside. I don't know. I've never been inside the Capitol building. I have been inside. I've been up the Washington Monument once, and that was in 91 when I came back from, no, 1990 when I came back from boot camp. I was working with the recruiter, and they had me wearing my uniform all around town. And a buddy and I went up into the Washington Monument. So this is the Capitol grounds facing east. Get a good shot of it once we get up here. I'm assuming I can be right here, guys. I don't even know. I see pedestrians. If I don't make any more videos, you'll know what happened. I haven't seen any National Guard so far. Let's get up here and get a shot. No shots, no shots, no shots. No. Get up here and get a picture. Gotta be careful what I say. I'm assuming all of this, every square inch of this place is audio and video recorded. I mean, why wouldn't it be? So yeah, just gonna be very careful with my words. So the decisions that impact our lives are, I would say they made them there, but they're probably made on golf courses and conference rooms, restaurants, then they get showcased in there. But what do I know? I'm just a guy on an e-bike, making a YouTube video, not trying to get in any trouble. Not sure what else there is to see up here, but at least you got a view of the Capitol. As close as I've ever been. All right, let's head down this way. So we're going from the east side of the mall, of the Capitol, going to go westward along the north side. From here you get a good look of the monument, and that's Northern Virginia in the background. Pretty nice day, not as humid as it has been. Got some nice puffy clouds. No rain today, supposedly. So now this is a good way to use this bike. Cruise around. And I say that as opposed to just going a straight line, like on the trail, the last trail I did. Again, very scenic trail, I like it. I appreciate being able to have it close to home like that. Absolutely, but you know, this bike is also good to do what I'm doing now and do some sightseeing. Because you can pay to rent one, or you can have your own. I don't even think I've ever seen this body of water right here. Come to think of it, I haven't. This is, ooh, This is not the reflecting pool. I don't know what it is, but it stinks. It's got ducks in it. But yes, it stinks. They could stock that with some fish and have a tournament. Nah, gross, it stinks in there. It smells like sewage. I hear some music. It sounds like live music. We'll have to go down there and check it out. As we head down the north side of the mall. Well, we haven't got there yet. We're still kind of east of everything. I'm glad they're allowing people access though. Why do I feel like I'm riding through a construction zone? But like no one's yelling at me. Can I go through there? Thank you. Behind you. Okay, how you doing? I feel bad for these guys. They're just standing around. Smells good here. That was loud. I might have to edit all that out because there's a band playing back there. It smells really good. A lot of food. Let me give a special shout out to all the National Guards troops that are down here. For whatever reason, they're down here. I'm seeing a lot of them standing up in the shade, just trying to stay cool on this mission, whatever it is. But shout out to them. I'm sure they would rather be doing something else. I would love to drive an Indy car. Actually, I like to drive a NASCAR. I am a NASCAR fan, oddly enough. I like watching cars make left turns. Nah, but jokes aside, I do like NASCAR races. So I gotta make my way back down to the mall. I'm on Pennsylvania Avenue right now. I doubt the president's there, it's the weekend, but I'm still north of the mall. So I gotta make my way back down there before we head back that far west, because I do want to show you some things along the mall. This is the Waldorf Astoria, 12th Street. There used to be a club called Blossoms down here on 12th. I remember coming out one time and Busta Rhymes and his crew was headed in. I think I've seen, other artists and celebrities. I ain't gonna name drop beyond the one that I just did. All right, so we're back down to Constitution Avenue now, and this is back to the mall. I think it's less encumbered down here by all of the festivities. I wonder if I can ride in the street. I hope so.
On that side?
Yeah, for some reason it took me to America.
There's the Museum of African American History with the monument behind it. I'm gonna cross here actually.
So what I'm saying is this.
Here you can see where the line is, where they stopped construction and had to pick it back up, and they had to use rocks from a different quarry. There's a go-go band down there performing. That's our music right there. That's DC music.
Thank y'all so much. We got some more for y'all if y'all got time. Have a sip of water.
That's some crink for y'all. That's what's up.
Thank you. Make sure y'all drinking y'all water. It's hot out here, okay?
Right. DC Crank, aka Go-Go. You ain't gonna get it nowhere else like this. All right, back on our adventure. Go back up around the monument. Got the Lincoln Memorial, a reflecting pool down that way. We'll be heading that way next. Just want to get a picture. I'm trying to find the cornerstone. A lot of these buildings were laid masonically. I don't see markings on this one. All right, well, that is the Washington Monument, along with some go-go music. DC's own go-go music. So back in 2003, I used to play football, flag football, on these grounds. We played right over there. I played for an accounting league. I think it was Arthur Anderson. They started out as Coopers and Lybrand, and then I think either became Arthur Anderson, or my buddy who worked at Cooper's went to Arthur Anderson. And then we were playing. I got in with him to play for them. And yeah, we used to play right up here on Saturdays. Yeah, so it's all fenced off now. It's nothing like it used to be, because yeah, Saturdays, this time of day, we were playing football right here. Yeah, that was in 2003. So much has changed. And now we're coming up on the World War II memorial that was unfortunately defaced just this week.
I guess that's a good weekend hustle.
World War II memorial. All of the territories and places where the war took place, all the states of the Union. Excuse me, you okay? In memory of all the heroes that made things possible for us to be able to do today. Hey guys, excuse me. First of all, thanks for being here. What part of the memorial was damaged by the spray paint?
That was vandalized.
Say again?
This side here.
Right down below?
Nope, right in here, and then the fountain underneath it.
You mean like under this wall?
This curvature here,
Yeah.
this wall,
Yeah.
was what was spray painted.
Oh,
They
wow.
cleaned it up.
Okay.
And then there was the soap that was thrown in the.
gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, thank you. It was cleaned up well. Thank you. Yeah. Take care. And be safe. So yeah, it was just right there. You can't even tell. Might have some clouds coming in. All right, and this is the reflecting pool, but can't see in there. See if we can get a better vantage up here. Used to be able to walk right up to, obviously, right? Because someone got in trouble for it. Well, someone got in trouble for being near it. But yeah, I mean, I remember going up there, sitting along the wall of the reflecting pool. Anytime family would come to town, I'd give them the 50-cent tour of DC. See if we can ride around this little lake right here. Never seen that comms tower before. But again, I do not come down here regularly. As I was mentioning, I was doing that job where I was driving the girls around and stuff and getting them into the clubs and everything. But outside of that, the only other time I would come down here is when I drove for Uber. On your left.
She can't walk.
And so yeah, every time I do drive down here, I end up getting a ticket of some sort. Speeding ticket, parking ticket, existence ticket. It's like you can't drive down here without getting a ticket. As soon as they see you have plates from outer state, it's like you're a ticket magnet. So the reason I was gonna come out here during the week, or wanted to come during the week, was obviously less people, but I just didn't want to get caught in that rush hour traffic. But gonna make our way down to the Lincoln Memorial, come back through Jefferson, past Jefferson I should say, in the Tidal Basin, and then we head back to the Smithsonian Station. I'm glad I don't have to transfer. Okay. This is a popular memorial. On your left. Worship Yah. I agree. Yahushua HaMashiach. Let's go right around the back of it. So this Lincoln Memorial, and it may be true for some of the others as well, but this is actually a temple. And temples are generally places of worship. And if that be the case, who would be the object of said worship? Airplanes trying to drown me out. Is this where the arch is going to be, or I think it's, yeah, I think that's where they want to make the arch. And Arlington Cemetery down there.
Put the light down.
So you can see a lot of people just sit on the steps and hang out, pondering their freedom. I don't know what they're pondering. But here it is. The city that the Masons built. All right, we're gonna say goodbye to Mr. Lincoln and start heading back east towards the Smithsonian Metro stop. Along the way, we're gonna pass by Thomas Jefferson or the Jefferson Memorial, but I might need to make a stop before that for myself.
So this is towards the mall.
Okay. So this is the furthest west we can go along the mall. There's some places you can go on that side towards the Potomac River. I used to play flag football along there also. Just gonna ride through this park. I think this is the Korean War Memorial. Let's go down and check it out. Forgive me if it's not. Like ghosts in a landscape. Check it out. You got a flat earth map. These are all the fallen soldiers in the war. I see a lot of Korean names too. Lee, Kim, Oh, Park, Sin, among all of the Allied soldiers. Yeah, war sucks. Wall of remembrance. These represent real people. Fought to stop the spread of communism. All right. See what we come across next. So there's some game fields over there. Looks like they're playing, well, I can't tell. But again, oh, it looks like soccer, or is that frisbee? Yeah, that looks like frisbee. It looks like they're playing frisbee over there. I've never seen these, whatever these are, some fluid containers. Never seen those. But yeah, I used to play flag football over there as well. Back in the early 2000s. So played there, the Monument Grounds, and on the White House Ellipse. On the White House Ellipse, I played for the University of Texas alumni team. Me and my buddy Mike. I have no idea how we got on that team, but that was fun. That's when I discovered Mike was a pretty good linebacker. You know what's funny is Mike and I worked together, on your left, at a company called Cable and Wireless, and we met doing that same job I just told you guys about earlier when we were driving the girls around. We had a 2-van job. He had one and I had the other, and the girls were at a male strip club in Maryland. And he and I were just sitting outside in the cars hanging out, talking, and that's how we met, and we're friends to this day. That was in 2001. I'm actually going out to California, to San Diego County, to see him in a couple months. He went out there on my suggestion. That's where I was stationed. I had 2 friends out there that went out there on my suggestion, so I'm going to look forward to seeing both of them here in a couple months. But yeah, that's how Mike and I met, was doing that same job. And he and I played for the alumni, the University of Texas alumni flag football team. A lot of memories down in here. We got Haynes Point, A lot of parties down there back in the day. So over here we've got the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial. I've never been down here, so you guys are coming with me for the first time in here. Out of the mountain of despair, a stone of hope. People need to give up on racism, man. It just is not worth it. I mean, let's face it, and I'm not talking about any one particular color, but people are not born racist. You become racist by choice. And what good is there in it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you get out of being racist? What benefit do you get in your life from hating people you don't even know? Let me get a picture here. All right, so this is the Tidal Basin. That's the Jefferson Memorial in the background. Now, I've never been to the Jefferson Memorial, so I'm gonna take you guys with me for the first time. All right. Don't forget, this bike can go off-road. I didn't plan on off-roading today, but it seems like every time I ride this bike and don't plan on going off-road, I end up somehow off-road. But I'd rather be up here than in the water. So hopefully we can get to around the people. Anytime I go off-road in this bike, it's loads of fun. Give you guys a view from here. Franklin Delano Roosevelt Memorial. Huh. I would have never even known it was there. Got the Washington Monument, Tidal Basin, FDR Memorial. Only thing we have to fear is fear itself. So we're going to continue back down towards the Jefferson Memorial. But I was just thinking about how we are kind of at the western edge of DC. But DC actually used to extend into Virginia there across the Potomac River. When DC was originally established, it was a 100-square-foot diamond that straddled the Potomac River with what's now Virginia, part of the western side of DC, meaning like the city of Alexandria and Arlington County. When Congress decided to abolish slavery in DC in 1846, the Virginia side was concerned about their property and having to give it up. So they were able to get that land back from DC, everything that's west of the Potomac River. So the westernmost point is there towards Alexandria, Arlington County, or south and west, I should say. More south is Alexandria, and to the west is Arlington, and all of that used to be part of DC. When it was originally laid, there were 40 stones, 40 markers that were set around the four edges of the city. And to this day, some of those markers exist in people's yards. So I thought that was a little interesting fact. So I'm gonna head back around and we're gonna go back towards the Tidal Basin, or around the Tidal Basin. So yeah, I've never been over here. I was just thinking to myself, I wonder if you can fish in here. And as soon as I had the thought, I looked up and I saw these guys fishing. Anything hitting?
We're just trying to catch some bluegill going on the side.
Oh, okay. Cool. Where do you fish on the other side? Oh, the basin?
No, on the east side.
Oh, by the river.
Yeah.
I got you.
Make a living off of it.
Huh?
I don't make a living off of it.
Yeah, something to do. That saves some money on a meal. All right, but take it easy. You too. So fishing in the Tidal Basin. There's so much that I don't see, you know, because I never kind of do the tourist thing. And there's a lot of little memorials and stuff that I've never even known existed. I gotta get on that side to get to the memorial. So now we're looking out over the Tidal Basin. Monument. There's the MLK Memorial there. And of course, we're standing on the Jefferson Memorial steps. See how close we can get to the White House? At least get a shot of it. And then a picture of it, I should say. A picture of the White House. And then start heading back. So if you're into cherry blossoms, this is where they have the Cherry Blossom Festival in, I guess, March. And there's like 1 million people down here. So down that way is East Potomac Park. There used to be a statue called the Awakening down there, but they've moved that to National Harbor in Maryland. Where that statue was is called Haynes Point. And that was always a popular hangout for us young people. Excuse me. Got some more angler down here. Well, at least got another angler or two down here. Yeah. Hey. Oh, there's a bike lane. Didn't even realize.
We gotta make a right.
If your name is not written in the Lamb's Book of Life, you cannot choose one.
So this is 16th Street. This is one of the streets that goes up into Silver Spring, Maryland. This used to be called Black Lives Plaza. And to my left, we're gonna go straight down towards it, is the White House. I haven't been paying much attention to my battery life. It says I have 3 bars left, so that should be fine. But before Timothy McVeigh blew up the federal building in Oklahoma, you used to be able to ride right up to the front of the White House. You could walk right there. This is about as close as we can get now. All right, my friends, we're back here close to where we exited the metro station. This has been a pretty cool ride, I must say. I didn't know some of these spots existed that I was able to see today. And I certainly plan to do this again, not with the camera per se, but just to come and ride around down here. It's so easy to just hop on the train. On the way down here, on the train here, there was a guy sitting next to me and he asked me how much the bike was. I told him. And then he was like, man, he spends like $100 a week on Ubers. And this bike would be perfect for him, so I let him know where he could go to check it out. But yeah, I mean, this can be a viable transportation alternative, and certainly something you could just hop on and do what I did today and go do some sightseeing somewhere. Still out here putting in work, huh? Yeah. All right now. All right, we are back in suburbia. Had a very good day. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Actually got to interact with other human beings. Yeah, that was a good time. My butt is sore though, man. Like really sore. It's still where it should be. Yeah, the seat hasn't moved. I wonder if I can get another seat for this bike. Cloud 9 maybe? Still need to be able to lift this for the battery. Although no, I actually take the whole thing out. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get a better seat because after a few hours on this bike, my butt is sore. I know that would be the case on any bike, on any seat, but man, whoo, like it feels like it's on fire. Stand up like a regular scooter. Go home this way. If I could sit back like a moped. Man, Wonder if I lower the seat if that would help. Because when I say this thing hurts, I'm hurting. Like to the point where I'm like, I'm about to call my wife and tell her to come get me. I'm gonna suck it up and get home. So, if you've stuck with me this far, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me on this journey, this adventure into the city of Washington, D.C. We're coming back heavy one hat. Picked this up from the fellas down by Smithsonian Station. I'm not much of a ball cap guy, but I like to support local folks. I'm sitting angled now. I got one butt cheek on the seat. So yeah, didn't see the Vietnam Memorial today. So a lot of things I did see that I didn't expect to see, and a lot of things that I did not see. But I saw the major attractions, I guess. You got a little DC crank flavor, a little go-go flavor. You see how this bike can push around. In DC, it's really cool because the speed limit's like 20 most places. So this bike has no problem keeping up in traffic down there. So not much this bike can't do. Within reason, of course. I hope the guy that I met on the train was able to find a solution. Whether it be this bike or something else. Well, folks, that's gonna do it for this video. Thanks again for sticking around. I really appreciate you being here. And I'm gonna say it, guys, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe so I can do more stuff like this and someone else will get to see it besides me. All right, folks, get out and enjoy the great outdoors. Thanks again. Love you guys. So we're getting back with plenty of battery life. We've got 3 battery bars, what I say, 52 point something, 52.8 volts. It's pretty good for a whole day out like that. It's a long time to be out for the battery just to be around 70% or so. Well, it's back into the trunk until the next time.